Now we're going to talk about solving quadratic equations by factoring. Now sometimes you might be given the quadratic equation in its factored form. If that's the case, we don't need to do any other factoring because that's already been done for us. So what we're going to do is take each term. We have these two binomials that are being multiplied equal to 0. We're going to take each term and set them equal to 0. So first I'm going to take x plus 3, set it equal to 0. Then I'm going to take x minus 4, set it equal to 0. Once we have each term equal to 0, we're just going to solve for x in each equation. So from this first one, I'm going to subtract 3, so I get an x value of negative 3. And the second one, I can add 4, so I get an x value of 4. So what these two values are telling me is that this graph would cross the x-axis at negative 3 and positive 4. In number 2, again, we're setting both terms equal to 0. The first one, x is already equal to 0. We don't have to move anything around. That one is done. The second term, we have 4x minus 1 equal to 0. I'm going to start by adding 1 to both sides. So now we have 4x is equal to 1, and then divide by 4, so x is 1/4. So this graph would cross the x-axis at 0 and 1/4. In number 3, we have this 2 out front. It doesn't have a term with x in it, so for right now, we don't need to do anything with it. We're just looking at the two terms that have x in them. So first we have x plus 1 equal to 0. Then we have 3x minus 4 equal to 0. Again, we're not going to do anything with this coefficient because it doesn't have x with it. Then from the first one, we can subtract 1, so x is equal to negative 1. From the second one, we can start by adding 4 and then dividing by 3. And those are our two values where this graph would cross the x-axis.